Jayanti. Before we start, I would like you to tell about this great person. Mahatma Gandhi was an eminent freedom activist and an influential political leader who played a dominant role in India's struggle for independence. He is known by different names such as Mahatma, a great soul, Bapuji, endearment of father in Gujarat, and father of the nation. Every year, his birthday is celebrated as Gandhi Jayanti, a national holiday in India and also observed as the International Day of Non-Violence. Mahatma Gandhi, as is the most commonly referred to, was instrumental in liberating India from the clutches of the British. With his unusual yet powerful political tools of satyagraha and non-violence, he inspired several other political leaders all over the world, including the likes of Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr., and Aung San Suu Kyi. Gandhi, apart from helping India triumph in its fight for independence against the English, also led a simple and righteous life for which he is often revered. Gandhi's early life was pretty much ordinary, and he became a great man during the course of his life. This is one of the main reasons why Gandhi is followed by millions, for he proved that one can become a great soul during the course of one's life should they possess the will to do so. Before we go on to the life journey of Mahatma Gandhi, I would call upon the students Samruddhi, Kalika and Anshika from 9th standard to sing Mahatma Gandhi's favorite bhajan, Raghupati Raghav.
रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम जय सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम सीताराम जय सीताराम भज प्यारे तू सीताराम भज रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान ईश्वर अल्लाह तेरो नाम सबको सन्मति दे भगवान रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम मंदिर मस्जिद तेरो नाम हिंदू मुस्लिम सब संतान मंदिर मस्जिद तेरो नाम हिंदू मुस्लिम सब संतान रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम तुम्ही को कहती राम रहीम दर्शन दे कृष्ण करीम तुम्ही को कहे राम रहीम दर्शन दे कृष्ण करीम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित वन सीता रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित वन सीताराम पतित पावन पतित पावन सीताराम.
Thank you, girls. Now I call upon Manali to share her views on Mahatma Gandhi.
Good evening to all. On the occasion of Gandhi Jayanti, I would like to say few lines on Mahatma Gandhi. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, commonly known as Mahatma Gandhi, was a national activist in British-ruled India. He was lovingly called as Bapu in India. He was born on October 2nd, 1869 in Porbandar, Gujarat. Gandhi was one of the most important people in movement of independence against the British rule. Gandhi was a non-violent activist. He believed in Satya and Ahimsa. Now I would like to recall some of his sayings. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you want to live forever. Be the change you want to see in the world. The future depends on what you do in the present. The weak cannot forgive because the forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Manali. Today we share one of the famous freedom struggle fighter. Birth anniversary is Shri Lal Bahadur Shastri, our second Prime Minister of India. I would call upon Dhanashri to speak about him.
Good evening, respected teachers and all my dear friends. Today, I would like to share my views on Lal Bahadur Shastri Ji. Lal Bahadur Shastri Ji studied in East Central Railway Inter College in Mughal Sarai and Varanasi. He completed his graduation from the Kashi Vidyapeth in 1926. He was given the title Shastri, meaning scholar, by Vidyapeth as a part of his bachelor's degree award. But this title got into his name. Shastri was very much influenced by Mahatma Gandhi ji and Tilak. He got married to Lalita Devi on 16 May 1928. He became a life member of the Servant of the People Society or Lok Sevak Mandal, founded by Lala Lajpat Rai. There, he started to work for the upliftment of backward classes and later he became the prime president of the society. During 1920, Shastri Ji joined the Indian independence movement in which he participated in the non-cooperative movement. He was sent to jail for some time by Britishers. One of the famous inspirational story of his childhood was extraordinary courageous boy. Lal Bahadur Shastri Ji, who used to cross River Ganga every day by swimming in order to avoid putting any burden of expenses in traveling to school on his poor parents. A boy was studying in Harish Chandra High School, Kashi. His hometown was 8 miles away from Kashi. He used to walk all the way to school. On the way, he was required to cross the river Ganga. During that period, the boatman had to be paid 2 paise to cross the river by boat. That means he has to be paid 1 anna for crossing the river both ways. That is around 2 rupees per month. In those days, an amount of 2 rupees was quite substantial. The boy learned to swim instead of asking money from his parents, thinking that it might cause a burden on them to spend 2 rupees per month for his attending school. He made it a habit to swim the river to reach the school, no matter what the season, whether summer, monsoon, winter. Once he entered the water of the river Ganga in the morning of a very cold winter day. When he was in midstream, some people traveling in boat noticed him swimming and thought that as small boy was drowning, therefore his hand and pulled him into the boat. There was no trace of fear or anxiety on the face of the boy. All people in the boat were amazed at his extraordinary courage. These extraordinary people are still alive in hearts of people after their death because of their courageous work in the society. One of the most famous things of Lal Bahadur Shastri ji was the basic idea of government. As I see, it is to hold the society together so that it can develop and march towards certain goal. Thank you. Happy Gandhi Jayanti to all.
Thank you, Tanushree. Now I call upon Tanushree from 10th standard to share her views.
महात्मा गांधी को कौन नहीं जानता। उनका पूरा नाम मोहनदास करमचंद गांधी था। उनका जन्म 2 अक्टूबर 1869 पोरबंदर गुजरात में हुआ था। प्रतिवर्ष 2 अक्टूबर को उनका जन्मदिन भारत में गांधी जयंती के रूप में और पूरे विश्व में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय अहिंसा दिवस के नाम से मनाया जाता है। महात्मा गांधी जी को भारत का राष्ट्रपिता भी कहा जाता है। देश को स्वतंत्रता दिलवाने में महात्मा गांधी की विशेष भूमिका रही है। गांधी जी के पिता का नाम करमचंद गांधी था, जो कि राजकोट के दीवान थे, और उनकी माता का नाम पुतलीबाई था। गांधी जी ने स्वतंत्रता के लिए हमेशा सत्य और अहिंसा का मार्ग चुना और कई आंदोलन किए। सत्य और अहिंसा की राह पर चलते हुए अपने कर्तव्यों का पालन करने की सीख गांधी जी को अपने माँ से मिली थी। महात्मा गांधी जी के बारे में कुछ जरूरी बातें। गांधी जी की मातृभाषा गुजराती थी। गांधी जी ने अल्फ्रेड हाई स्कूल राजकोट से पढ़ाई की थी। वो अपने माता पिता के सबसे छोटे संतान थे। उनके 2 भाई और 1 बहन थी। गांधी जी की हत्या बिरला भवन के बगीचे में हुई थी।
Okay, we'll move on to the life circle of Mahatma Gandhi. We start with his childhood.
Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi was born in the princely state of Porbandar into a Hindu merchant caste family to Karamchand Gandhi and his wife Puttalabai. Gandhi's mother belonged to an affluent Pranami Vaishnav family. As a child, Gandhi was a very naughty and mischievous kid. In fact, his sister once revealed that hurting dogs by twisting their ears was among Mohandas' favorite pastime. During childhood, Gandhi befriended Sheikh Mehtab Gandhi, who was raised by a vegetarian family, started eating meat, cultivated the habit of smoking after watching his uncle smoke. Gandhi started stealing copper coins from his servants in order to buy Indian cigarettes. At the age of 15, Gandhi felt remorseful and confessed to his father about his stealing habit and vowed to him that he would never commit such mistakes again.
Next is early life.
Gandhi was deeply influenced by the stories of Shravana and Harishchandra that reflected the importance of truth. He realized that truth and love are the values. Mohandas married at the age of 13. Gandhi later went on to reveal that the marriage did not mean anything to him at that age, and that he was happy and excited only about wearing new set of clothes.
Education.
After his family moved to Rajkot, a 9-year-old Gandhi was enrolled at a local school where he studied the basics of arithmetic, history, geography, and languages. When he was 11 years old, he attended a high school in Rajkot. He lost an academic year in between because of his wedding, but later eventually completed his schooling. Gandhi was advised by a family friend, Mauji Dave Joshiji, to pursue law in London. Excited by the idea, Gandhi managed to convince his mother and wife, and supported by his brother. Gandhi left to London and attended the Inner Temple and practiced law. During his stay in London, Gandhi joined a vegetarian society and was soon introduced to Bhagavad Gita. The contents of Bhagavad Gita would later have a massive influence on his life.
Gandhiji in South Africa.
After returning to India, Gandhi struggled to find work as a lawyer. In 1893, Dada Abdullah, a merchant who owned a shipping business in South Africa, asked if he would be interested to serve as his cousin's lawyer in South Africa. Gandhi gladly accepted the offer and left to South Africa, which would serve as a turning point in its political career. In South Africa, he faced racial discrimination towards blacks and Indian humiliation on many occasions, but made up his mind to fight for his rights. He was not allowed to sit with European passengers in the stagecoach and told to sit on the floor near the driver, then beaten when he refused. Elsewhere, he was kicked into a gutter for daring to walk near a house. In another instance, thrown off a train at Pietermaritzburg after refusing to leave the first class. He sat in the train station shivering all night, pondering if he should return to India or protest for his rights. He chose to protest and was allowed to board the train. The next day, this turned him into an activist, and he took upon him many cases that allowed benefit to Indian and other minorities living in South Africa. Indians were not allowed to walk on footpaths and vote, as these privileges were limited strictly to the Europeans. Gandhi questioned this unfair treatment and eventually managed to establish an organization named Natal Indian Congress in 1894. After he came across an ancient Indian literature known as Tirukkural, which was written in Tamil and later translated into many languages. Gandhi was influenced by the idea of satyagraha, devotion to the truth, and implemented non-violence protest around 1906. After spending 21 years in South Africa, he was fought for civil rights. He had transformed into a new person and he returned to India in 1915.
Next is Gandhiji and the Indian National Congress.
After his long stay in South Africa and his activism against the racist policy of the British, Gandhi had earned a reputation as a nationalist, theorist, and organizer. Gopal Krishna Gokhale, a senior leader of the Indian National Congress, invited Gandhi to join India's struggle for independence against the British rule. Gokhale thoroughly guided Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi about the prevailing political situation in India and also the social issues of the time. He then joined the Indian National Congress and before taking over the leadership in 1920, headed many agitation which he named Satyagraha.
Next are Satyagrahas, Champaran Satyagraha and Kheda Satyagraha.
The Champaran agitation in 1917 was the first major success of Gandhi after his arrival in India. The peasants of the area were forced by the Britishers to grow indigo and were forced to sell their crops to the planters at a fixed price. The farmers turned to Gandhiji for help. Pursuing a strategy of non-violent agitation, Gandhi took the administration by surprise and was successful in getting concession from the authorities. This campaign marked Gandhiji's arrival in India. Kheda Satyagraha. Farmers asked the British to relax the payment of taxes as Kheda was hit by floods in 1918. When the British denied the request, Gandhi took the case of the farmers and led the protest. He instructed them to refrain from paying revenue no matter what. Later, the British gave in and accepted to relax the revenue collection and gave its words to Vallabhbhai Patel.
Khilafat movement post-World War I. Gandhi had agreed to support the British during their fight in World War I, but the British failed to grant independence as promised earlier. And as a result of this, Khilafat movement was launched. Gandhiji realized that Hindus and Muslims must unite to fight the British and urged both the communities to show solidarity and unity. Next is non-cooperation movement and Gandhiji.
Gandhi urged his fellow countrymen to stop cooperation with the British. He believed that the British succeeded in India only because of the cooperation of the Indians. He had cautioned the British not to pass the Rowlatt Act, but they did not pay any attention to his words and passed the act. Gandhiji asked everyone to start civil disobedience against the British. The British began suppressing the movement by force and opened fire on a peaceful crowd in Delhi. The British asked Gandhiji to not enter Delhi, which he defied, as a result of which he was arrested and his further enraged people and they rioted. He urged people to show unity, non-violence and respect for human life. On 13 April 1919, a British officer, Dyer, ordered his force to open fire on peaceful gatherings, including women and children, in Amritsar's Jallianwala Bagh. As a result of this, hundreds of innocent Hindu and Sikh civilians were killed. The incident is known as Jallianwala Bagh massacre. He went on fast to death to pressure Indians to stop their rioting.
Next is Swaraj.
The concept of non-cooperation became very popular and started spreading in India. Gandhi extended this movement and focused on Swaraj. He urged people to stop using British goods. Khadi, homespun cloth, be worn by all Indians instead of British textiles. Gandhi exhorted Indian men and women, rich or poor, to spend time each day spinning khadi in support of independence movement. He also asked people to resign from government employment, quit studying in British institutions, and stop practicing in law courts, and to forsake British titles and honors. However, the violent clash in Chauri Chaura town of Uttar Pradesh in February 1922 forced Gandhiji to call off the movement all of a sudden. Gandhi was arrested on 10th March 1922. He was sentenced to 6 years imprisonment but served only 2 years in prison.
Simon Commission and Salt Satyagraha. During the period of 1920s, Mahatma Gandhi concentrated on resolving the conflict between the Swaraj Party and the Indian National Congress. In 1927, British had appointed Sir John Simon as the head of the new Constitutional Reform Commission, popularly known as Simon Commission. There was not even a single Indian in the commission. Agitated by this, Gandhi passed a resolution at the Calcutta Congress in December 1928, calling on the British government to grant India Dominion status. The resolution was rejected by the British. The flag of India was unfurled by the Indian National Congress on 31st December 1929 at its Lahore session. January 26, 1930 was celebrated as the Independence Day of India. But the British failed to recognize it, and soon they levied a tax on salt, and Salt Satyagraha was launched in March 1930 as an opposition to the move. Gandhi started the Dandi March with his followers in March, going from Ahmedabad to Dandi on foot. The protest was successful and resulted in the Gandhi-Irwin Pact in March 1939. Negotiation over Round Table Conference. After Gandhi-Irwin Pact, Gandhi was invited to roundtable conferences by the British. While Gandhi pressed for the Indian independence, British questioned Gandhi's motives and asked him not to speak for the entire nation. They invited many religious leaders and B.R. Ambedkar to represent the untouchables. The British promised many rights to various religious groups as well as the untouchables. Fearing this move would divide India further, Gandhi protested against this by fasting. After learning about the true intention of the British during the second conference, he came up with another satyagraha for which he was once again arrested. Quit India movement.
As the World War II progressed, Mahatma Gandhi intensified his protest for the complete independence of India. He drafted a resolution calling for the British to quit India. The Quit India movement, or the Bharat Chodo Andolan, was the most aggressive movement launched by the Indian National Congress under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi was arrested on 9th August 1942 and was held for 2 years in the Aga Khan Palace in Pune, where he lost his secretary Mahadev Desai and his wife Kasturba. The Quit India movement came to an end by the end of 1943, when the British gave hints that complete power would be transferred to the people of India. Gandhi called off the movement, which resulted in the release of 1 lakh political prisoners.
Untouchability and castes.
Gandhi spoke out against untouchability. One of the major speeches he made on untouchability was at Nagpur in 1920, where he called untouchability as a great evil in Hindu society. He called it intolerable. Gandhi believed that individuals should freely intermarry whoever they want to, but no one should expect everyone to be friends with them. Every individual, regardless of his or her background, has a right to choose who they welcome into their home, who they be friends, who they spend time with. In 1932, Gandhi began a new campaign to improve the lives of untouchables, whom he started referring to as Harijans or the children of God. On 8th May 1933, Gandhi began a 21-day fast of self-purification and launched a 1-year campaign to help the Harijan movement.
Freedom and partition of India. The independence cum partition proposal offered by the British Cabinet Mission in 1946 was accepted by the Congress. Despite being advised otherwise by Mahatma Gandhi, Sardar Patel convinced Gandhi that it was the only way to avoid civil war, and he reluctantly gave his consent. After India's independence, Gandhi focused on peace and unity of Hindus and Muslims. He launched his last fast unto death in Delhi and asked people to stop communal violence, and emphasized that the payment of rupees 55 crores as per the Partition Council agreement be made to Pakistan. Ultimately, all political leaders conceded to his wishes and he broke his fast. Assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. At 5:17 p.m. on 30th January 1948, Gandhi was with his grandnieces in the garden of the former Birla House, now known as Gandhi Smriti, on his way to address a prayer meeting when Nathuram Godse fired 3 bullets. The inspiring life of Mahatma Gandhi came to an end, who held Gandhi responsible for weakening India by ensuring the partition payment of Pakistan. Godse and his co-conspirator Narayan Apte were later tried and convicted. They were executed on 15th November 1949. Mahatma Gandhi's legacy.
Mahatma Gandhi proposed an acceptance and practice of truth, non-violence, vegetarianism, brahmacharya, speciality, and faith in God, though he would be remembered forever as the man who fought for Indian independence. His greatest legacies are the tools he used in his fight against the British. This method inspired several other world leaders in their struggle against injustice.
Gandhi's birthday, second national holiday in India. Gandhi Jayanti, Gandhi's image also appeared on paper currency of all denominations, issued by Reserve Bank of India. Except for the 1 rupee note, Gandhi's date of death, 30th January is commemorated as a Martyrs' Day in India. There are 3 temples in India dedicated to Gandhiji. One is located at Sambhalpur in Orissa, the second at Chikmagalur district of Karnataka, and the third one at Chityal in Telangana. The Gandhi Memorial in Kanyakumari resembles Central Indian Hindu temples. Gandhi in popular culture. Prutha, please read.
Many movies and documentaries have been made on the life of Mahatma. Post the independence, Gandhi's image became the mainstay of Indian paper currency. Word Mahatma is taken from the Sanskrit word Maha, meaning great, and Atma, meaning soul. Rabindranath Tagore is said to have accorded the title to Gandhi. Innumerable streets, roads, and localities in India are named after M.K. Gandhi. This includes MG Road, the main street of number of Indian cities, including Mumbai and Bangalore, Gandhi Market near Mumbai, and Gandhi Nagar, the capital of the state of Gujarat. Gandhi influenced important leaders and political movements, leader in civil rights movement in United States, including Martin Luther King Jr., James Lawson, and James Bevel, drew from writing of Gandhi in the development of their own theories and non-violence. King said, Christ gave us the goal and Mahatma Gandhi's tactics. King sometimes referred to Gandhi as the little brown son. In apartheid activists and the former president of South Africa, Nelson Mandela, was inspired by Gandhi. Others including Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, Steve Biko, and Aung San Suu Kyi. In 1931, notable European physicist Albert Einstein exchanged written letter with Gandhi and called him a role model for the generation to come. In a letter written about him.
Literary works. One of Gandhi's earliest publications, Hind Swaraj, published in Gujarat in 1909, became the intellectual blueprint for India's independence movement. Gandhi also wrote several books, including his autobiography, The Story of My Experiments with Truth, Satyagraha in South Africa. Father of Nation. Indians widely describe Gandhiji as the father of nation. Origin of this title is tracked back to a radio address on Singapore radio on 6 July 1944 by Subhash Chandra Bose, where Bose addressed Gandhiji as the father of nation. On 28 April 1947, Sarojini Naidu, during a conference, also referred Gandhi as father of the nation. Gandhian ideology is a set of religious and social ideas adopted and developed by Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhian philosophy is not only simultaneously political, moral, and religious, it is also traditional and modern, simple and complex. In the backdrop of materialistic culture that dominates our world, Gandhi's idea of simple living and strong faith in the power of truth and non-violence can be guiding light for the generations. Mahatma Gandhi's 5 pillars of non-violence, respect, understanding, acceptance, appreciation, and compassion are basic to our existence. These are simple habits, and if we all start trying to nurture these, we could make a difference in the world. By inculcating these habits, we can not only be happy ourselves, but also make others happy. The Mahatma's faith in the power of non-violence can be reflected by this quote of his, "Non-violence is the first article of my faith. It is also the last article of my creed." Now, I would call Latika from Standard 9.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, this is Latika. Firstly, I wish you all a happy Gandhi Jayanti. Now, I'm going to sing a song in Telugu about India. భారతదేశం మన జన్మ ప్రదేశం భారతఖండం ఒక అమృత భాండం నిర్మల సుర గంగా జల సంగమ క్షేత్రం రంగుల హరివిల్లులు విరసిల్లిన నిలయం భారతదేశం మన జన్మ ప్రదేశం భారతఖండం ఒక అమృత భాండం ఉత్తరాన ఉన్నతమై హిమగిరి శిఖరం దక్షిణాన నెలకొన్నది హిందూ సముద్రం తూర్పు దిశల పొంగి పొరలే గంగా సంద్రం పశ్చిమాన అనంతమై హిందూ సాగరం భారతదేశం మన జన్మ ప్రదేశం భారతఖండం ఒక అమృత భాండం. Thank you.
Thank you, Latika. The deadly coronavirus has brought the mighty human race to its knees. Silently, it shattered the shield of invincibility that humans wore with arrogance. The pandemic has taught us several lessons that our father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, advocated. His values of simple living and globalization have dawned upon us now like never before. So as the glamour of materialistic living slowly fell apart, students, teachers, and parents share how COVID-19 made them rearrange and revisit Gandhiji's notions of health, hygiene, family, society, and resources. As the virus spread, the magic word to fight it was immunity. Building immunity with local herbs, spices, and a health diet. Bapu had spoken about the need to keep the food on the plate organic and simple. So the spotlight was back on this. So as people shunned processed food in favor of local produce. Once Gandhiji wrote extensively on food and diet in his books, Diet and Diet Reforms, and the moral basis of vegetarianism, where he stressed on intermittent fasting and paleo diet. And one more thing he stressed was Swachh Bharat. It is well documented how Gandhiji gave utmost importance to sanitation and hygiene. But we raced ahead without giving it much thought until the pandemic stopped us in our tracks and reminded us of the basics. Wash hands, sanitize your surroundings, pick up the broom yourself without waiting for help, and clean up the toilets yourself. So children, this is the message given by our beloved leader, father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi. And we have already celebrated. Teachers, if you want to say anything, you can continue with it. Okay, thank you very much. And I hope all the students and all the teachers and parents will inculcate the habit or the truths of Mahatma Gandhi, which he has given. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Shukla, for conducting it again. Thank you all the children also.
Thank you.
शुक्ला टीचर.
Yes, टीचर बोलिए.
हाँ, बहुत अच्छी तरह से कंडक्ट किया है आपने. तेजश्री, कोयल, बहुत अच्छे.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Students, Manali, Tejashri, Tanashri, 10th standard, all students.
All 8th, 9th, and 10th standard.
8th, 9th, 10th, okay.
And those who listen, that is also important because we were able to pass on the message. That is more important. Students, you can go move out